Catrice and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to do a set of purple and gold LSU inspired dominoes. What you'll need is your domino mold. I got this mold from a vendor out here, Mr. Nola's Glitter. That's what I have, two of their molds actually. I really like the depth of the mold. And you'll need your mixing cups. I think I got these from Amazon. This is also one. It came in another little kit. You'll need your stir sticks. I use a spoon when I'm scooping. This is what I use to color my dots. I got this fine tip applicator from Amazon. We are doing the color purple dominoes. I'm going to use a little bit of acrylic paint and some alcohol inks to get the color I desire to have. This is going to be the color of my dots, which I'm going to pour this into this and use the fine tip applicator to make the dots, but that'll be in another video because the dominoes won't all be done today. I use this board that you see me working on because I'm currently working in my living room just because I need the TV on. And then I'm going to move this whole board to my den where I normally do my dominoes in front of my kind of window area, whatever. You'll need your epoxy, which today I'm using Amazing Clear Cast, Part A and Part B, which I get from Michael's. You want to have some protective gloves. I actually have the blue gloves that most people wear, but these came in a little kit, so I'm going to just use them and toss them. You need 91% alcohol. I use this to spray my, what's this called? Alcohol inks and get bubbles out. You'll need an extra mold. I like to keep another little small mold for the possibility of any leftover epoxy that'll be used. So, and you'll need a 3M respirator mask. When working with epoxy, you want to do the best you can to work in a ventilated area. It is respiratory, so this will help breathing in any other toxins that epoxy may have. So you definitely need this. I got mine at Home Depot. I want to say it was like $30, $25, $30. And most people sometimes use a silicone mat, but like I said, I'm going to be moving this whole board, and it's easier to pick up the whole board and move it without messing up the integrity of what's curing in the domino mold. I have baby wipes, which I like to use to clean out my domino mold, and I also like to use it to wipe my hands and wipe, anything else that might get a little bit of epoxy on it. So to start, because I just pulled my mold from my mold stash, I want to, make sure I wipe out any dust particles that might be in it, or, whatever, just to make sure that the mold is kind of clean, and I'll let that dry a little bit. And while I'm mixing my epoxy. So I'm just kind of going through and wiping out the mold. I think I'm gonna need some lights, so let's do this. Much better, so that I can see any little things down up in the crevice, because sometimes people are curious about what those little dots and things that are, left in the mold, and it looks like a little hole. Sometimes that can be some things that might be left down in your mold because you didn't clean it right, and it just cured in that open little spot. But, it could be a combination of different things, to be honest with you. So I try to make sure I clean my molds after I demold, and then again before I start a new set, just because you never know what might be lurking in the mold. I'm going to also clean out my stir cups. Normally I use plastic cups, which I might still, depending on these, just because it's been so long since I've used these, because I'm always using the plastic ones and tossing them out. But since I'm here now with this and I don't want to stop, I'm going to just go ahead and wipe this out and go with it. So we're going to keep these going. I think I have it flipped out, so yeah, technically it should be. No, it was the right way. Well, I can wipe it now since I flipped it. Flip it back because we want it on the part that it can stand on. So this is it, definitely where the pour is. So we are good there. And it looks like we might be good here. Let me make sure because I don't want any trouble. All right, that is that. Okay? All right. So, first things first. I'm gonna put on my gloves. Well, I'm gonna put on my mask. Then put on my gloves. Okay. My dog is here looking at me like, well, you protected. You don't have any protection for me. You need to get away from me, Brock. Go play. Yo, you probably can't really hear me. I'm hoping that it is, so I might have to turn around and do a voiceover. I'm gonna just say this without the mask. I think I'll just do the work and I'll come back and do a voiceover. That way I don't sound so muffled when doing this video. Okay, so here I am just putting on my gloves. And again, these gloves are not the normal gloves that I would use. These gloves came in a little resin kit that I had. And I just felt like since I had them, I'd go ahead on and use them. And then I'd toss them and go back to the normal gloves I use, which are the vinyl gloves. They fit my hand so much better. These gloves gave me problems because they were so loose. But like I said, I just wanted to use them and get them out of the way. Here I am pouring part A. And then I'll get to part B and pour that in the cup. And I want to measure it to make sure I have even parts of both A and B. right, I am back. I did just like a small little layer of the purple. This is the first layer with some alcohol inks and epoxy, a little bit of acrylic paint. Now I'm mixing the second coat of epoxy for the top, which is going to be the gold or yellow. Something about this amazing clear cast, and maybe because I'm going so fast, when you see how cloudy it looks in the cup, it never really gives me the clear that I typically look for in epoxy. I'm not guessing that it's going to really matter to me since it's going to have color involved anyway, but I do still mix it for the 3 minutes just to make sure that it's thoroughly mixed. And I do spray it with alcohol to help minimize the bubbles, even though it won't really get much more clear than that. But when I do this, it's clear. But I like to see it clear in my cup as well. But we're not going to get that. So I think it's been about 3 minutes since I started mixing this and then started the video. So I'm going to add my yellow acrylic paint to it and then pour that into the mold. I wish I could tell you guys that I use maybe a drop or two in this, but I squeeze enough until I get the color that I want and it is smooth, but not so much that it changes the consistency of my epoxy immensely. Because you don't want your dominoes to be bendy. You do want them to cure. And see, with that, I think this will be good. I'm just going to keep mixing it a little bit. I won't add any more because it's yellow enough for me. And it's just enough to cover the back. I like all of my backs of my dominoes to be one solid color. I really don't care what the front design is, because true domino players will call you out on the dominoes that you expect them to play with. So if you're out here making dominoes, I know you want to do those cute designs and everything. Just make sure that the backs of them are uniform. And for me, I like to keep them one solid color. If you're going to do all of that stuff, a lot of people just add a decal to the back anyway. And that'll cover up the design of the domino. So this is coming out really good. I'm going to let it sit a little bit just to kind of thicken up. And then we're going to pour it on top of these. I can't wait to see what the front looks like of this, because my dots are also going to be this color, and the decal that I put on the back is going to be purple. So I think these are going to be really nice. Y'all see my finger? This finger sticking out. It's a habit. I don't know why. I just feel like it just needs to be sticking out like that. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize it until I looked down at the video. Let that sit a second. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think it's good enough. I thought that I would need the little baby mold right here for any extra epoxy that I had, but it doesn't look like I will. So it's gonna be cute. I wish that when they give you these little molds like this, that they give you two of the same things. Like if you should have given me 2 hearts or 2 squares or You know, that way if I wanted to make a set or something, I can just make the set at the same time instead of coming back and doing the same thing in the mold once these pops out. But I think these will just be pendants. That way it's just one. And if they're too big anyway, I guess, well, maybe not really. Like some of these could be cute earrings, but they'll be cute pendants. So yeah, that's what they're gonna be. If I have anything left over, that's what they're gonna be. So let's do a little bit more staring because this, we don't want it to settle. I'm trying to finish up because I want to watch the Wendy Williams story tonight, guys. Y'all plan on watching Wendy Williams tonight? Comes on tonight. I'm saying tonight, that means I need to do this video in its entirety and post it so that I ain't posting this shit sometime in March asking y'all about Wendy Williams coming on tonight. Y'all like, what is she talking about? So I'm gonna post the video tonight. Wendy Williams tonight, 7 o'clock, or the replay at 11 o'clock. I want to catch it now, even though I'm still going to be up at about 11 o'clock too. So I can probably catch it. If I like it, I'll watch it twice. So, all right. I like to get my spoon because y'all know I like to scoop. I'm a scooper. Let's see. So I'm going to go here first. Alright, it is time to demold. So normally, I like to pop off all these extra little pieces like this before I do it, but I'll get to that later. So this is what they look like on the back. This is the front. And remember, my dots will be gold. We're gonna clean that up. It's pretty good. Remember, LSU. I'm thinking I'll put a tiger on the back. I like them. These can almost pass for my high school Warren Easton. I think they came out pretty good, guys. Look at a swirl inside. Next step, file this part down just because I can't peel it off right quick. And then we will clean up the sides, and then we'll decal the back. And then this set will be good to go. Oh, and we have to do the dots. So I may do the dots tonight. Yes, I'm gonna do the dots tonight and decal tomorrow.